Hey everybody.
Hey everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Welcome.
Welcome to our Thursday night show.
Which seems a little quiet tonight, which is okay. It's okay with me.
I see some people got in early. Congratulate
Well, you
yourselves.
should do that because, so you've been hot on this, being number one a lot. That's good. That ensures we can get you in. You don't have to wait, or if you move away. But now we're doing you first, right after our card for the collective. All right. And you posted your question, which is equally as good. So today I've decided to use the Oracle of the Roses. Let's see what message it has for us. I will have Mr. O draw one.
Hi, Dazzling Princess. Hello.
Hey there, Dazzling E.
And hello to our moderator, Violet, who monitors the list for us. We are eternally
Thank
grateful.
you for coming today. I know you've been a little under the weather. So, speaking of weather, we got more storms in the forecast tomorrow. But when I looked at their projected radar, maybe we will miss out on those too. Fingers crossed. All right, Mr. O, let me cut. And they are read upright, so... take your pick. They're a little stiff, so...
The Democrat, the Carolina Rose.
It's the Democrat? What number is that one?
Wild Rose, number 1.
I thought so, because I remember that one from before.
What an odd name for a flower.
I could use that book. Thank you. So the Democrat, yeah, I know, it's kind of funny. Carolina Rose. The oracle meaning for this card, though, is many of us believe we are being fair and just. But is it simply our beliefs and our filters that make us feel somehow righteous? Now, this is no this is no tie-in to just the Democratic Party, mind you, just because the card is called Democrat. Seek balance and create greater focus on equality in what you are doing by silencing your inner voice and personal views for a moment. Is this really fair, and does it take into account longer-term possibilities, not only for others, but also for yourself? The Democrat acknowledges outside influences as relevant to them. Even if they do not agree with them, they will clear space to listen, to observe, and to understand the needs, positions, and goals of other people and institutions. Well, boy, do we need more of what this card is saying here in politics today. I mean, really, we should be listening to each other. We should be hearing each other out and, at least engaging and thinking about what others have to bring to the table. I think it's really important. We have lost that. We have lost that sense of harmony, and we lose something really important there, the ability to truly learn and grow, from others, and to entertain other schools of thought.
No comment. I agree with everything you said.
So there is something here, the ethnobotanical archetype exploration, and that says, it's not just about me. What and who is it that I need to make space for in my life? So that's another thing you can think about here in relation to this card. All right.
Right.
So we have for the collective. Good luck with that. All right. Okay, I also have the Oracle portals here if anybody wants an Oracle reading tonight. So I have those two decks. And we're going to be spinning the wheel tonight for a free reading.
That's right.
We just got done with our free reading from, we haven't sent it out yet. We're still producing it. But we've got the reading done from last Sunday. So if you land on the Wheel of Fortune or the World, you win a free reading. Hi, Jennifer. But you have to let us know you want us to spin the wheel on your turn for the free reading.
All right.
So I'd mix these up a little here, and let's get on with Asel. Asel has posted a question.
What prevents and why I cannot meet my future husband, true love? What are the obstacles on the way? Okay. And would you like us to spin the wheel then?
Yeah, Asel, if you're still here, if you want us to spin the wheel, let us know.
I'm going to use the
Whatever
Mermaid's
do you
Tarot.
mean, Violet? What soapbox? I just want everybody to get along better and be reasonable. You know, that's all I really want in the world. But even with my strong opinions, I'd rather have compromise more than anything. So we don't have an answer about the wheel from Asel.
Let's just go ahead and
Let's just
spin
go
it.
ahead and do the reading. I will shuffle this again. One more.
All right. The first card is, boy, I just can't seem to deal with that glare there.
Oh.
The Ace of Pentacles reversed. I'm going to flip off a light or something. Hold on. I didn't know, but I'd say Mercury's retrograde. What does it look like? Not much.
I think it helped. What is that first card again? The Ace of
The Ace of Pentacles.
Pentacles. Okay. Reversed.
Yes, it does show up better now. There
I
we
think,
go.
yeah, that last move you made really helped. But anyway, go ahead.
Okay. Then it's followed by the reversed Fool. And the upright Justice.
Okay, let me throw these at you too, just so we have them. This was the first card I drew.
It's the House. And the mice. Mice in the house. Uh-oh.
Interesting.
So
what
what
do
are
you
the
say?
obstacles or what prevents you from finding true love?
Sorry.
Well, perhaps to some degree, the full reverse being about missteps is maybe just suggesting judgment on your part in general, that maybe you have, you need to take more caution with some of your choices. And this may just relate to the outer world of dating. It's not so much, or meeting somebody, relationship. It's not so much how you choose somebody to date or hope to be chosen, but it's also about choices you make about yourself in presentation, how you talk about yourself. A lot of these things are probably different from culture to culture, so I can't necessarily speak to how that might be in your culture. But when I'm looking also at the reversed Ace of Wands, I wonder if this says that
Oh, I thought that was Pentacles.
I'm sorry, it is Pentacles. You're right. I'm sorry, Ace of Pentacles. It sounds to me like that one of the obstacles could be that there's not a certain kind of foundation for you to work from. This could be related to your family or where you live, something like that. There may be just a situation that I'm wondering if it's about either management or materialism in a way. Like maybe you're not able to financially provide in certain ways to make yourself in that mode of dating. And I don't, like I said, this may differ from culture to culture. I don't understand those things necessarily. But then finally, when I look at Justice, I think this is saying too that an obstacle could be differences really in how people view marriage or tradition, and once again, culturally different from place to place, and that maybe you have to be more willing to work with certain dictates from that level, societal kind of things. It's not it's not easy for me to interpret these cards.
Wow, because I've got an interesting story to tell here, actually. Except for the Lenormand, I'm having a little problem with that, to be honest with you. But I did want to point something out to you, Mr. O. That middle card, if you could bring it down a little further, that one in the middle, down, I don't know if it'll help, because I think the further down the card is, the less glare.
No, it's because of that big white part there on the card.
Oh, okay. It's the card itself. Okay, thank you.
There's a lot of white right there.
Because everything else is showing up pretty good now. All right.
Yeah.
I see. All right, well, let's talk about this, Estelle. I don't want to waste time, but I'm thinking here, it's given me a bit of time to think here, that, things hadn't grown for you. I think one of the reasons that maybe you're having problems getting things off the ground is because you're operating from a space of loss, of things not working out for you. And I feel like, that mindset can be a very negative influence in your future progress. Sometimes, until we can really and I know we could have this argument, you and I could argue back and forth that, well, but you're over it now, you understand and you want to meet this person and you want to move on. But I do think there must be something still remaining here according to this card. Something that hasn't grown or borne fruit. Or I would also say to you that maybe what you have been through is now making you fear, the fact that, you will end up in the same boat. I think here more risks, more, I know this is reversed, but I think sometimes here the reversal talks about the fear of taking risks, the fear of operating outside of your comfort zone a little bit here. And I'm going to throw this out at you. I see justice here, and I see what Mr. O had to say about that, and that got me thinking a little bit here about the institution of marriage. And yeah, I understand, with even relationships, partnerships, and marriage, things are different in different cultures. So, but what I would suggest to you is to maybe right now, the idea should be for you to approach people, to meet them, to experience them, to not think so much in terms of marriage right now, to try to get the idea of a permanent partner out of your head and more the idea of just meeting people. Because the more you open that door, the more the likelihood is that you'll be finding that perfect person, I think maybe that's part of this, is to just explore and not be afraid to do that and engage, as much as you are allowed to do that. And here again, I'm seeing a lot of stress with your own either sense of comfort or security. Maybe you just do not feel comfortable, in this search, now that you have to have for a partner. That could be based on what you've already been through, or, other factors here, this fear of, meeting and approaching people on a more interpersonal level than with the idea of finding the right person. I don't know. That's just, that's what I'm getting from these cards here.
So the obstacle is maybe more, like Banshee's indicating, more about your mindset, that maybe you are operating from a sense of loss already, or you're operating from a sense of not feeling contented and sort of just being overly cautious or afraid. To make mistakes is a possibility there too.
Right. You will make mistakes again, possibly.
So this is trying to say, I think, too, in addition to maybe what Banshee said, is that you have to be as fair-minded as possible about this, that it's not just your own stakes, it's everyone else's stakes. Everyone has the right to some degree to try to decide what they want, what's right for them. And although things didn't work out for you before, it doesn't mean, that you're over that. You're lost to that. You have to kind of change that mindset. So over here in Lenormand, I see it maybe kind of the way she did, but I think that your growth and nurturement maybe takes into account that you will have these kind of annoying situations or small obstacles, minor things that are in your way. And so that's how you have to look at some of that stuff. Your past is your past. It's more of a minor obstacle than a major one.
This is a very good question you asked, Estelle, and I'm not so sure the cards are totally getting to the heart of it, because you may feel, well, there just hasn't been anybody out there. So what I'm suggesting with this Fool reversed as well is you may have to, even if you can't, pursue people, the one thing you can do is put yourself out there in places where you hope you meet the right kind of people. Whether it's at religious gatherings or whether it's at an art museum, whether it's at school, whatever the case may be. And maybe even a little bit you have to step outside the things you're normally comfortable with in order to maybe get noticed by the right person. I'm going to just throw that out there as well. So that's what I see in the cards we got today. Good luck with that.
All right.
And it was a very good question. All right, we are in Angel Mary. Angel Mary, do you want a spin of the wheel? Let us know.
Hi, Libra. Hi, Mary the Aries.
Did Mary the Aries just come in? Oh.
No, they came before Victoria. I'm trying to catch up.
Victoria? When did Victoria come in?
I just said hi to her. Weren't you listening?
I was busy with my reading. So
right.
I missed a few people apparently.
You're welcome, Estelle. Did you want to do that for Angel Mary or shall I?
You can.
All right.
Temperance. Stay cool, stay calm. Maybe you can try again and win a free reading next time. Sorry, wrong card, but nice try. We'll try again. We're doing this all month long.
All right, your deck.
All right. And the question was again...
what should I focus on in this phase of my life?
In this phase of your life. Okay, that's a good question. Again. Oh. Well, your first card is the Earth Puppy, which is the Page of Pentacles. Second card is the Emperor reversed. Wow, and the third card is the Eight of Wands reversed. Eight of Fire. All right, so what should you focus on?
Wishing well in the Lenormand and the birds.
Well, in this phase of your life, I almost wonder here, this isn't really a call to slow down per se, but this is kind of, the Eight of Wands is kind of a card to say, Angel Mary, that maybe you need to...
conserve energy?
Right, conserve your energy, find ways to replenish yourself when you feel more stressed, etc. Don't allow things to overwhelm you. Know when you're reaching that tipping point, And I think this phase of your life, it's really important for you to be more balanced with your energy and how you use it, how you apply it, how you focus it on what's important to you. One of the other aspects may be that this is maybe a phase in your life where you need to hone up on maybe some leadership skills, possibly also maybe taking the lead on things more in your life, gaining more, being more an example towards others maybe right now. And it's interesting to me, I see this puppy card here, this page of pentacles, and it's almost like a card of more learning. So I don't know if this is a call for you. I was thinking of two things here. If this is a call for you to seek, maybe some more higher education, or if this is a call for you to apply the wisdom you have and lead by example, maybe teaching and training others in some capacity, if you have that ability to do so. I'm going to stop there before I do the Lenormand.
I see something very different.
Wow. I did with the last reading, so go for it.
And I don't know if it rings true, because it doesn't exactly, but I feel the combination of these two cards, Angel Mary, are saying to take a sabbatical, to take a rest of some sort. And of course, that means that maybe there is something to learn or study or to focus on, or to reapproach things with a fresh start, which is that puppy there. That's all.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Well, I really like that. I mean, it's not that divergent from what I said. I went away from the idea of like you need rest or you need to totally slow down. But, that all has to do with your energy reserves.
Well,
maybe you need to put it in more.
Right. It feels like maybe this is a time to draw back. Maybe it's not a traditional sabbatical. Maybe it's a sabbatical on your own terms. If that term isn't familiar to you, over here in the Western world, a sabbatical is kind of like an occasional time where somebody needs to rediscover their faith. I actually looked this up. When it's applied in that term, it's about rediscovering your faith or your ability to believe in yourself. So maybe that's what this is saying, is that this is about believing in your higher power to be an emperor, and to realize that, of course, you might need time to do that, but you have to approach this once again with a state of learning and wonder. Which puppy is that?
That's the pentacle.
And of course,
it's about learning, but it's also about taking care of you too. So I can see what you're saying there. But the birds and the well, I also think this, even though he's saying take a sabbatical, I don't know if that means really to disengage from others.
Not necessarily.
Right. I think this is a call for you to maybe collaborate or commiserate, network more with others too. Dive more deeply into that. I think that's why the well is here. There's much you can learn from others in this phase of your life, and also, if not learn, there's just, it will be good for you on, a life level for you to do so at this time.
Well, and I like these two at the bottom too, because I think this is rather saying, yeah, we'll give you one.
No problem. We'll do it after this, Estelle.
This is saying, really, I think you're going to hear this from others. There's going to be sort of encouragement that suggests to you that this is time to take some kind of fresh look, or to try to reimagine yourself, or reimagine why you want to do what you want to do. Maybe you know that on one level, but maybe you have to sort of evoke it in a mystery sense, like really get down. What is it I really want to do? You need the time to do that. You need a sort of space to do that.
Wells have a lot of different meanings. They, throw a penny in it and for good luck. But also, they're very healing. Like waters from a well are considered healing. And so there's that aspect too, like replenishing. Again, renourishing your soul, maybe renourishing your spirit, always keeping up educationally and with others. I feel engaging with others is going to be really important to you in this phase of your life. Good luck with that.
All right.
And let's spin for a cell. I'll do that. It's the Fool. Nope, sorry, Estelle. You'll have to try next time.
You're welcome, Angel Mary. And Mr. Maurice's asked a general reading. What do the cards see coming towards them?
Alrighty.
So I'm going to use my Tarot of the Northern Shadows for that.
Mr. M, if you want to spin on the wheel, let us know.
Yes, that's right. I should put that out there. Nope, the list isn't closed. Just can't seem to do things right. Never mind.
What was that?
If you were meant to hear, you would have heard it.
I was reading something.
If you were meant to hear, you would have heard
okay.
it. I was muttering to myself.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, we have you on the list, Shirley.
The spin on the wheel is for a chance at a free reading. Nope, not that one. Huh. Can you explain that?
It's for a free reading. We're offering one of 7 choices, I think it is, for readings. They're only, most of them are like basically good for 3 months. It's like a thing for 3 months, and you'll get your choice. It's a video reading. We send you a private link, a link to a private video that only you see and we see. So it's a free reading from us, and it's 5 cards. All right. All will be explained, when you send us, if you win, we'll send you send us an email, and we'll send you an email back giving you the choices of readings you have. All right, let's see what I got here. I think I did that one first, though, right?
All right, Mr. Maurice, I'm going to spin it. What happened?
Oh, I just pounded on the table and he's startled. Go ahead, spin. Whoa, you didn't have to move it.
Well, you didn't have to thump the table.
It's the sun. Well, may the sun shine bright for you, Mr. M, but no reading this time. Sorry. But feel free to try again.
Later on, we're going to also offer, just for our United States folks, the chance to win a free tarot deck. We have several decks we're going to give away.
And I'm thinking that maybe we'll do the same for our U.S. folks on social media. I'm just trying to figure out how to do that. At least we'll give away maybe free reading there too, because there's a lot of people who follow us who aren't in the U.S. We may just do that instead. I don't know.
Kara, you want too much.
Sunny to spin
Mr. Maurice, your first card is the Queen of Discs. It's upright. Followed by the Magician, which is upright.
Oh.
And then the Knight of Discs. That one's reversed.
Well, that's pretty interesting. Well, let me toss these at you.
Compass. The compass from the Lenormand. And the ring. So you want to know what's coming to you in the next few weeks?
Well, if it was a romance reading and you were uncommitted, I would say maybe you're finally making a commitment or moving that way, or somebody is committing to you. But, otherwise, I look at this and I see the potential here to maybe take a bad situation. I don't know. I'm looking at this as the key, the Magician. It just seems like a very strong influence to me here. The potential to take a bad situation and alter it into a better one financially. I don't know why. I just looked at those two opposite things going on here, like, oh, everything's fine financially and moving kind of in a okay direction. You've got your handle on stuff, but suddenly there's something bad. But I'm just feeling in this case that this card in the middle is telling me that you have the ability to manifest something good out of a bad situation, because maybe you're using some skills or you're getting some solid advice that's going to help you be able to do that.
Well, I don't know if it's so much as the bad situation, but I do feel that it is something that maybe has been going so slow that maybe you gave up on it. That
It
maybe
is slow.
it's a situation where maybe you're pulling something out of it, or finding out that something can come out of it that will turn that around. And this, of course, is a very fruitful card. And this, of course, in this position is a very unfruitful card. So you kind of see what that is. But once again, the Magician is the determinant here, because it is about your willpower and your basic strengths and energies that is able to do that.
Just to answer your question, Victoria, Mattel probably really guards that image. But they make Barbie-size tarot decks,
They
right?
do.
Mr. O has some.
Right. And actually, there is a Barbie doll that's made to be the character that... it's the female character in James Bond, You Only Live and Let Live. She's a tarot card reader in the plot of the movie. I think her name is Domino. No, that's somebody else.
Yep.
They have a little tiny tarot deck with her.
It's awesome. So, looking at this here, I think you need to... There may be... I wonder here if maybe... you're going to be presented with some options of some sort here. Well, or, in order to manifest, in order to make, I think I got a different idea here. In order to manifest, in order to truly achieve success, let's even say this is some unexpected expense or things that have just been building and going the wrong way financially slowly over time. You can manifest a solution to this. And I feel here you're just going to have to commit to finding your way there. If things just aren't happening to make things better, you have to commit to finding the way to make it happen.
Well, I like my idea that either this is something that you gave up on, or that you weren't expecting for some reason, because it sort of makes these guys also true then too, that the idea of the manifestation that you're going to be able to do that is because you stick with it, whereas you may not have in the past. You stick with it and you're able to see that direction, I guess. That's pretty clear. I hope you like that.
Yeah, that's what we have for you. It's interesting. I'm hoping that means something, will happen. And it seems to me that, whatever this is, you're going to definitely want to make this happen. And you have the ability to do it, but you're really going to have to make a commitment and move in that direction,
And it looks really fruitful. It looks like it really is creative in a number of ways, not just necessarily your career.
So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Well, I hope you do. Thank you.
All right. Okay, we're on Shirley. Shirley, I take it you want to spin. Now, it has to land on either the Wheel of Fortune or the World. We'd love to give out free readings at every show, but no. We have to make it a little hard because we'd be too busy.
Hi, Tidal Wave Tarot.
Oh, was it your spin?
No, I did for Mr. Maurice.
That's right.
Tidal Wave Tarot has joined us. Hey.
And you got the High Priestess, which means you have a lot of wisdom. So maybe when the timing is more right, you'll win a reading. So it didn't happen today, Shirley, but we're doing this all the rest of the month. So on our live shows.
Okay, well, your question is a pretty serious one. That's so sad. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Oh, my goodness.
I am so sorry for that. So maybe the star, of course, just, is a reminder that, of course, you have to try, to keep hope alive, and that maybe there is something, there was a destiny about that. I don't know that says it wasn't that. We're going to do the cards on that, I think. It's your deck, right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm going to use this one. All right.
No, we did spin it. You didn't win.
Yeah, sorry, Shirley. Maybe next time.
No, a cell is.
Oh, a cell. Yeah, sorry, a cell. It did not. You did not win this time, but keep trying.
You can always back up to find it. I'm sorry, I'm still having lighting problems.
I see that.
Not sure why.
Me either.
There.
All right. So how are we doing this question?
How do you want to do
It
it?
seemed like there were two parts to this, right? Like, did somebody poison?
Okay, there is a Barbie doll that's a tie-in with a James Bond movie. It has a character who read tarot cards, and she has a tarot card set, Victoria. I'm answering a question that was right
I
there.
understand, but I had a question about the reading. So,
Well, you can do it as a yes or no, or you can do it as 3 cards if you like.
no. Which part are we doing? What are we reading? What exactly are we reading? Because there's 2 parts.
Okay, well, I thought the first one was the one we were going with, whether or not the horse was poisoned.
All right, so maybe we can see if there's something there about the vet as well. Okay. Just trying to make sure you understood that. Because I think I want to draw 3 cards, but we may have to
I don't see that as more than one question, actually.
Okay, let's see. I have to look at it now. No, I can't find it. There it is. Okay. May I please ask, did tea poison my thing? Certainly was there, vet. Was there nothing a vet could do to help her? So
Okay.
there were 2 parts to that.
Okay.
Okay. I thought I read it right, but I don't know. Maybe I didn't.
Well, to me, it still sort of seems...
I do want to find out about this, and I think the best way to get some nuance here is with 3 cards, but
That's so sad.
I'm not completely sure it'll answer the question. And I am so sorry you went through that. I mean, well, number one, aside from the humanity of it and just the horribleness of that happening, horses are a big investment. I just feel bad all the way around. All right. That just breaks my heart. Who could do that to an animal? Well, we have the Hierophant. Oh,
Thanks for dropping in. Tidal wave.
are they just dropping in?
That's what they said.
Okay. Well, I haven't been able to keep up like you
Well, don't
because
be
I'm
mad at me
busy.
because I can.
The Hierophant reversed. And when I do, I get yelled at. The Knight of Swords reversed.
Say so.
Uh-oh. And the Two of Cups reversed.
Oh. Well, in the Lenormand, there is also the book, followed by the garden, or is that the maze?
That's the maze.
Yes.
I don't know if you'll ever really find out. That's what's concerning me when I see the maze and the book
Yeah.
here. There's a lot of confusion, Shirley. But I do feel here that something could have happened untoward. You've got 2 reversed cups, which seems to be emotions out of whack. I take it, I can't quite remember the question again. Did tea poison? Okay, so you do have somebody in mind. I would have to say that this Page of Cups, or this Knight of Cups it's a knight, right? I'm sorry.
Yes, that's the one you pulled.
It's the Knight of Cups. Somebody who just has problems handling their emotions. Maybe they're angry about something, or they're upset and they really could act out and behave badly. And then we have the Two of Cups reversed here. Is T somebody you either had a partnership with, or is there some sort of connection or relationship of some sort? Because I just wonder if that's not at the heart of it. At any rate, to me, it would seem like it would be because this person does not like you.
Right, and What did you say about the Hierophant reverse?
I didn't.
Okay.
I'm thinking about that.
Because in the context of the possible question, it's almost the same as that.
In a way. Well, in a way, but the thing is, with this one, this is that sense of being kind of rebellious. So, yeah, maybe they were doing this as some sort of payback or rebellion.
The latest thought.
Oh. And I got to move my screen, which doesn't seem to want to move up. Oh, no.
So T and the vet aren't the same person, or are they?
Is T the same person as the vet, or are they different? Wow, okay, well, it's interesting too because the Hierophant upright could be somebody who would be like a doctor or a, spiritual leader or something like that. When it's reversed, maybe not necessarily, but I wonder now about that.
Well, the idea about being abusive is possibly contained within that reverse Knight of Swords there, Shirley. So it's interesting. And of course, maybe not working in a conventional sense is the Hierophant reversed. Two of Cups, no trust.
No trust.
No trust, no feeling of harmony there.
Love or remorse. And in a sense, I have to say, Shirley, that when I see like the Knight of Cups or the King of Cups reversed, for example, maybe a little bit the Queen, but not as much, I feel it reflects somebody who has no empathy, who really doesn't feel the same way about things that others may.
And it could just mean, too, if nothing else, that maybe they just didn't give the exact best sense of care that they could have, that maybe there were possibilities and they just took a wrong one. I think Violet's right if that's possible, that you would have to have a good post-mortem performed to prove malfeasance of some sort. I don't know what to tell you here. But it does look like at nothing else they had no concern enough to try to work harder to rescue your horse. It's hard for us to say that this is the absolute way it is. Obviously, it wouldn't hold in a court.
And again, I can't truly say for certain because we have the maze here and we have the book. There's a lot of confusion getting to the bottom of this. And, obviously, yes, you could have forensic tests done. Those, of course, cost money, or I don't know. If you can convince maybe someone that there should be a criminal investigation, maybe that would cover that. But I'm looking at these cards and I see some definite negative signs of somebody who just does not, care, about maybe the horse. And it's possible. I think it could be possible. But, hey, we're just tarot readers. I'm going to say that, again, you have to find a way to cut through the uncertainty. And the only way to do that is to truly give that horse and, get a post-mortem. Wow.
Good luck.
Good luck with that. But at least, we sort of have told you where the cards are leaning on this. That's the best we can do. I wish you luck. Wow. Wow. That was a deep question. Whew. I think I need a sip of tea after that. And again, Shirley, I am so sorry you had to go through something like that.
Very sorry.
I mean, even if it turns out to be nothing, the death of a horse, that's just sad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's very sad.
All right, we are on, I believe it's AA.
Yes, it's AA's turn.
Well, I'd never use that vet again, clearly. This got to be somebody else. Holy cow.
So AA is up.
AA, are you with us?
They were a moment ago. I'm just going to remind everybody, we have happy hour this weekend. I have to work afterwards, so it's only going to be about an hour. But come join us at 10 a.m. this Saturday for a free one-card message of positivity.
And don't forget to tell us, AA, if you want us to spin the wheel for you.
And you're welcome, Shirley.
You're so welcome.
I'm so sorry for you.
Oh, my goodness sakes.
I hope time will improve that feeling you have now. You're never going to forget her.
Second or maybe last call for AA. We need your question.
You know, AA was here a few moments ago when we were still finishing up with the last reading.
Leave your question, Victoria. Well, you never know.
That's
You might
fine.
get back in time.
All right, we will spin that for you. You bet. And AA, I don't understand. They did ask a question, though, so we could just go
did
ahead.
they?
You know what? They might have erased it, but I saw it there. They said, what is the relationship with Cancer and Scorpio? And then they might have went ahead and deleted it. No, there it is. It's there. So we can do AA's question. What is the relationship between Cancer and Scorpio?
Okay.
All right. So we don't know if they want a spin, but we can do their question.
Okay, I just need a minute. But go ahead. Isn't it your deck this time?
Yes.
Okay. I need a minute. Okay.
That's too bad. All right.
The relationship between Cancer and Scorpio?
Mm-hmm. What is the relationship?
What is? Okay. I'm just trying to look for where I put my Lenormand.
Our first card is the reverse page of Wands. Then it's the reverse Lovers. And it's the reverse Three of Wands. So I sort of feel like there isn't any relationship, or maybe not much of one, but let's let Banshee throw her cards out.
Well.
Is that the first one?
Yep.
It's the Mask. And the Fox. Okay, so let me be more clear. The Page of Wands is reversed. This just doesn't look like good news. It looks like, you know, something is just really not good. There may be something unable to find what it's trying to find.
Unable to get off the ground, if that's
Right.
the page, yeah.
And then the Lover's reverse, and that's can certainly talk about just in general bad choices, but if it's applied to a romantic situation, it could be saying that there is trouble in the relationship, or that people don't see eye to eye, or that the relationship is splitting up. And then you have the Three of Wands reverse, which is usually about opportunities denied or opportunities not taken. So this one also seems to indicate that everything is either slowed down or is sort of dissolved in a way.
You know, this is really kind of, I don't know what was expected here between the Cancer and Capricorn, but, you know, either they're having trouble connecting in some way, you know, messages delayed, or they're just inability to connect. Or it's sort of like what Mr. Rose said here, that really something is having a hard time getting off the ground or, turning out right. And if in their relationship, and that's the Lovers here reversed too. I mean, if they are in a relationship, it seems like there's some problems, There's been some difficulties, getting on the same page with either choices or decisions or to agree on things. It just seems like there's been problems. And I'm sorry, is that the 3?
Mm-hmm.
The 3 of Wands?
Right.
And so therefore, the future to me looks very questionable, with this going forward. Also, I feel here maybe there's a problem with somebody in this relationship not being totally upfront and honest. They're being sneaky about something, and they're trying to hide something.
It's the fox and the mask.
Yeah, the fox and the mask. I don't know whether they're trying to hide their true feelings, whether they're trying to hide something they're doing, outside of the relationship. I don't know, but there's something sneaky here. Anything you have to add?
No, I feel the same way. I don't know where a Capricorn comes into this. I don't see anybody else necessarily, but I do feel that those final 2 Lenormands just sort of indicate that there's something is hidden or is disguising itself or is not being exactly very honest.
Somebody's not being who they appear to be, maybe,
Right. Somebody may be a totally different person than one wonders. AA did ask for the spin, so I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Oh, okay.
So we will do the spin.
My darn
Anything
thing.
to surmise?
Yeah. Oh, it's Capricorn Scorpio. Okay. I'm sorry.
All right, and you got the Lovers, so that's interesting again.
Yeah, because you have the Lovers reversed in this reading. But you did not win, so try again sometime. Like I said, we're doing this all month. Okay. And that's what we have for you. So to me, this doesn't look very promising. Cancer, Scorpio. I'm sorry I got the signs wrong, but the results are the same. So, yeah. All right. Dazzling Empress, I believe, is up.
Dazzling is up.
Hey, Dazzling, you want to spin on the wheel?
You're welcome, AA. See you next time.
It's my deck.
And we will be back on Sunday afternoon for regular readings, plus the happy hour on Saturday.
Ah.
Well,
I hope the reading made sense to you, AA, but that's what we've got with the cards today.
Yeah, something definitely seems a little bit shady there between various people.
Well, one or the other is not being honest and upfront in the relationship. That's what it seems like to me anyway.
Well, we didn't call you yet, Violet Ann, so I think you're okay. And I know...
Yeah, you're next after this one, Violet Ann. Hang on. Okay. Hey, Dazzling Empress.
Right. And also spin on the wheel. Liberty, liberty, liberty.
We'll give Dazzling a few more minutes. Anything to announce? Probably a lot.
No.
By the way, we don't have a promo for it, but if you are a night owl, I should be saying this when Victoria's here. I know she is, but if you're up when we're up at 3 a.m. on July 30th, is that right?
31st.
31st.
Monday the 31st.
We'll be doing our Witching Hour show where we'll be doing readings live at 3 a.m.
Gonna have to get up and make some coffee right away.
I'm not going to drink coffee at that.
There you are, Dazzling. Did you want to spin on the wheel too?
Do you want to spin on the wheel, Dazzling? And go ahead and post your question.
Oh.
So our Witching Hour will be coming out. And I thank everybody for watching our Unhappy Hour. Holy moly,
Yeah, we got a lot of hits.
We got a lot of hits on that, and I'm really happy because I think it's a very useful show, despite the name. And so it was nice to see everybody stopping in to take a look at that.
All right. What would it be like if they worked at Denny's or some other
The
restaurant?
restaurant. Okay. Well, you'd be getting good tips from us. We like to tip our wake staffs well.
Even at Denny's.
Wherever.
She doesn't like Denny's.
All right. Oh, God, that threw me off. It's Judgment, the good kitten.
Okay.
Like that. I saw that good kitten and I'm like, no, which one is that? And then I saw the Roman numerals. It's Judgment. And then we have the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Fire. Wow. And then we have the High Priest. Holy moly. Well, this is, I don't know what to say. I want to see what Mr. O has. Oh, you've got that maze again.
And the Tower.
This is definitely a business reading of sorts, but it's interesting what it's saying here. Okay. You know what? I think that you have to analyze this. You have to decide if this is where you want to be. Judgment is here. It's time for you to decide, is this a path you seriously want? And if you do, you have to realize, this Nine of Wands here, I think is really funny for a restaurant worker's job. You have to be prepared for, the challenges that it will bring you, the busyness of it, the moving around and taking all of these orders. The Nine of Wands is about preparedness. So it does, to me, a waiter and a waitress or people who work in a restaurant scenario, they have to be, even cooks behind the scene, they have to be ready and move a lot of their day. You're on your feet, you're on the go. Some days you're going to feel pretty challenged by that, I think this is saying, but it could be good for you. This is not necessarily a bad card. Let me stop there. I'll let you go. I have ideas about that, but I thought...
Dazzling, it's really funny that you said that about, you didn't want to be a hostess, because when I saw the cards, I thought, oh, well, without experience, maybe that's what they'll ask you to be. But you're going to refuse, so we're not going there. Now, I do agree with Banshee, though. I think the Nine of Wands is really talking about, how well you can show preparedness. They may be able to take entry level there. I think I did as a waiter way back when. But, you have to really show them that you really are ready to do that. It's not just about being excited. It's about being prepared, because there is a good sense of organization that goes along with that.
Well, let's talk about that, because we have the Tower here, which is about companies and organizations and maybe rules and regulations. And also, we have the High Priest here, which is about,
Standards.
What?
Standards,
exactly, standards. So, you're going to have to be ready to follow standards. Is there food permit things you have to get if you're in certain positions? I don't know about waitresses, really. Food handling kind of things. But, whatever the case may be, you have to make sure you have all of that together and not, like I said, it might be good for you in the short term. But I think here, eventually, you're going to feel like you're, I don't want to say this, but like a rat in a maze, sort of thing. So you're just going to feel like, this is really grueling. And, it brings in the money, but it's not taking me anywhere. So you might want to consider that ultimately.
When I look at those last two cards, I feel that maybe you really want to be in this business, but maybe being any of those two things is just not exactly where you're going to be able to go. You might have to find somewhere else you can be there. And that's why there's a sense of confusion, because it may not be against the law, but it just may be a strong policy agreement with most restaurants that they want experienced servers.
I don't know if that's true, but the choice.
Well, that's what she's saying.
Oh, is it? Okay. Well, the choice is yours, to decide this path.
Yeah.
Personally, I think it would be fine for you, especially if you are a persevering person. If you have the stamina, and can handle it, I think this could work out for you. I think it'd be fine to bring in some money.
Right. I'm not about to tell you what you should do. I just feel like, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
Well, absolutely. And personally, if I had a little bit more stamina, I wouldn't mind working in a restaurant right now to just bring in some money too. But I can't do that stuff anymore, unfortunately, because I have a bad back problem. So, if you've got it, then do it. I see nothing in these cards that say no. Other than eventually you may say, hey, I'm done spinning this wheel. I want to move on. So, that's it.
Right.
We're Violet Ann. Hey, Violet Ann. Want a spin of the wheel?
You're welcome.
Oh.
No, we didn't call you yet, V.
V, we have a ways to go.
Yeah, you're
So if you need
ways
to leave your
down.
question with Violet, do that. You're at the bottom of the list, so we still
You're
got
way
ways
down.
to go.
We're just not very fast.
Well, we did a few already, though.
Sure.
Yeah.
I get that. Okay, so it's my deck, and I'm going to use my Tarot and the Mermaids.
Am I going to get a
suited.
romance starting with Jeff soon? Okay, let's see.
I want to just do a yes or no,
All right.
straight up.
Okay.
Straight up yes or no.
Mr. O called it.
I did.
And Sonny is sleeping through the show.
Magician.
I was going to fly in the face of my Lenormand.
Well, I only got one ace, so sort of says it's leaning towards no, and it's the Nine of Cups reversed and the Hierophant, so those are pretty mismatched in a way, too.
Yeah, and wait till you see this. That's why I wasn't sure about doing a yes/no on this question, but you called it. So here we go.
Well, it's not a total no, it's only leaning that way.
That even looks like a marriage ceremony.
Well, but so does the Hierophant.
I know. So we got a true, boy, Violet Ann, the one thing I want to say
It's
about...
a nail biter.
We're as confused as you are about Jeff, Because, seriously, because sometimes it looks like with what we've been reading for you in some ways that it's heading that way, and then other times it seems like it's pulling back, and then it's heading that way, and we seem like we have it all here. It's leaning towards no, but it's not a definite no. But we do have the Nine of Cups reversed here. In other words, indicating that, there seems to be setbacks, delays to getting what you want or desire out of this situation, which is obviously, bam, marriage, something more structured, a commitment, which is, bam, that card right here, And then the Garden is like a ceremony or, something. When you combine these two together, that's kind of what I get. And so I wonder here, I'm questioning here, since it's leaning towards no, if Jeff is just the kind of person who is now afraid of, for whatever reasons, commitment.
Maybe, but actually, that's what I thought, Violet Ann. The soon part of the question. It's the soon part. It's just not going to be soon.
That could very well be. That could very well be. That's what I'm thinking, though, is still, maybe that's the reason, because he's afraid of making that commitment. Are you done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know why you did that, but hey. So, to me, I agree. Don't give up just because it's leaning towards no here. It could very well be just not now. I just think it's funny, though, like I said, the way these cards came up, and things just keep flip-flopping with Jeff. I don't know. I think his heart is there, but he's not ready to commit.
The Hierophant makes me feel like, and I know you mentioned this before, that he has children from his previous relationship, that there is a sense of conventionality, so that maybe he's thinking it through. He has to decide how he wants to appear,
navigate
as
all
a single
of this.
father who's also involved in a relationship, or something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's true. When you have, children from another relationship.
Well, not everybody.
Pardon me?
Not everybody. Whatever you're going to say, it's not everybody.
Oh, I know that. Did I say it was everybody?
You said when you have da-da-da-da.
Okay, well, I was going to say oftentimes.
Sure.
I was. Oftentimes there could be, problems in trying to sort out priorities, and...
But I think that
be a
Violet
part
Ann
of it.
thinks you're right.
Yeah. Well, that part is right. You are right, too. Very good. I'm going to smack him today.
Sure you are.
I'm going to wake Sonny up for some comic relief. Okay. Oh, he's not even on camera. What? Well, there he is a little bit. There we go. Sonny is here. He's just sleeping the show away. All right, we are on Kara, I think. What does the ancestors want me to know? And spin the wheel, North deck, please. All right, Kara. Is it your spin?
No, it's yours. You're welcome.
Well, you are strong, Kara. You've got the strength card, but you didn't win a reading today. Sorry. I know we should have let Sonny spin. He's awake now, at least. You probably would have won if he spun. I don't think he has the hang of this wheel, though. I'll have to train him. No, I think I have better luck training Shadow, actually, on that. Shadow's the smart one of the bunch. Sunny's the lovable one of the bunch. Hey, you're welcome, Violet Ann. My reading?
Okay.
Unless you...
So it's the reverse Queen of Swords. The ancestors
Yes. Yes.
may want you to know that sometimes You should just not be afraid of appearances. Go ahead and make the decision you know is right, even if others say, Cara, that's way harsh.
But you know what? That's exactly where I wanted to go this time. Look at that. We can agree sometimes. I really felt that. There's other ways to look at this card, like your ancestors don't want you to make the wrong choice, blah, blah. It's true. But I have the distinct feeling this time that it's about, it's about sometimes it may appear cold, but sometimes you need that coldness. Sometimes the ancestors say, sometimes you have to just say no firmly, regardless of how people feel. If it's right for you, it's what you got to do.
Well, and the ancestors say, just don't care about what other people think of you in that decision. So why is that important other than that?
I think we almost just said that, but let's see.
Ten of Cups, because you won't be happy. It's reversed, the Ten of Cups.
Yes.
Because you won't be happy if you think about what other people want you to do, or if you don't make the decisions you truly want to, but maybe this indicates that maybe some of these decisions have other factors, other people's feelings, and you want to kind of be sensitive to that. But at the end of the day, you don't want to be unhappy, so you have to do what's right for you.
Yeah, why is this important? Because, maybe you want to see people be happy. Who doesn't? We don't want to hurt people. But the bottom line is, you're never going to make everybody happy, let's face it. That's the first thing. So don't try. I mean, definitely don't be, I want to say this nicely, don't be a hard butt about it. There, I said it. But make them understand why it's important you're taking the stand you are. And it's like, don't try to please. If you live your life trying to please everybody, oh my gosh, you're going to be the most miserable people on earth.
Sometimes you just have to tell them to fall on their sword.
Whoa. Okay, so where is this heading? Let's see what this is about.
Yay! Well, maybe. 5 of Wands. And,
wands. Well,
okay, it's rods here, and it looks kind of festive. It looks like they're actually, to some degree, in unison, even though there's a sense of, something else going on there too. And maybe that's the idea, is that sometimes competition has to have a little bit of friction in order to move towards a better result. And so maybe that's where this is leading to, is that whatever these decisions or actions are that the ancestors say you shouldn't worry about, embrace them a little bit too, because taking on a little bit of that harshness that others might throw at you could still be channeled into a better thing for everybody concerned. I don't see that as an exact application, just in general.
Well, this is a tough one for me because I almost wonder if this is important, where this is heading, is that, there may be some conflict that will be brewing. There may be something, or maybe even some type of competition thing. You have to make the choice that's right for you. You just can't do things to please other people. You have to do what's right for you and stand up for yourself. This isn't the 7 of Wands here, it's the 5. But the thing is that in the process of all of this, make sure when you're making this decision, though, that you have really listened to people, that you've taken into account everything that has happened. And then, you got to make the hard decision. So I think you can avoid conflict, spirit, your ancestors are saying, if you, are willing to make the hard decision. Try not to please everybody or certain people, let's just say. Listen to what everybody has to say and weigh things carefully enough. And it may be a hard decision or a choice or something that you have to say to others, make a point, get a point across that isn't going to make everybody happy. But that's life, And we move on from there if we're all adults in the room. Oh, did I not pull Lenormand? That's sad of me. I'm sorry.
And Jano has joined the list. Hey.
Hi, Jano. We'll add you. I think from there, it's 8:15. We'll take it by ear, Violet. May not be able to take any more with the pace we're going.
I've already addressed that.
Well, I'm addressing it now.
They're laughing.
Too bad. Oh! Well, I certainly am having shuffle problems today. All right. I had to do one more after that. All right. Kara, what did I say when you got strength? You are strong as a bear.
May your star be at peace.
You know, the more you stand up, you know, and you assert yourself and you are able to make these kinds of hard decisions, you know, you'll feel better. You'll feel more optimistic and positive and in control. You'll feel more empowered. You know, just don't let that power get to your head, Kara. But, you know, and use it wisely. Use it wisely.
The perception of what the ancestors wants for you or what you can feel now or embrace, and the realization that, you know, being strong is not bad for a woman really does inform that idea that maybe that's really what the ancestors want you to know, is that, you know, being strong. Hey, it's one of, you know, Viking women were out there fighting too, right? You know that.
Good reading. I think it's a very good
like
reading.
that.
Good luck with that. Just don't let that power, decision-making power get to your head,
That's
Kara.
right. Fall on their sword.
Think I'm going to be creating a monster
no, you
here.
did not. We're still not even close to you, Victoria. We're sorry.
We've been taking our time, but you know what? We're already on Vanita.
There you go.
Hi, Vanita.
Did I miss me?
Vanita, would you like a
Did I
spin of the
miss me?
wheel?
I like what Victoria says. Did I miss me?
Hey, I saw that cabin on the
Quality message.
on the
That's
Grand Canyon you sent to me. Oh man, that looks awesome.
So while we're waiting for Vanita, I will mention some other shows. Tomorrow morning, bright and early, 7 o'clock, it's my emotional exchanges. 3 cards for the elemental signs. What's coming towards you, why it's important, and where it leads to. No spin, that's fine. All with a affirmation for each elemental sign of the zodiac. That's tomorrow at 7 a.m.
Okay, what's Vanita's question? We need your question, Vanita. Did I do the star deck yet?
Okay, we know the no spin. I don't know if we have your question though. I'm going to back up and see if you left it earlier. It might be easier for you to write it if you're around. No, I don't see a question from you, Vanita, so just let us know what you want.
Yeah, type your question.
Yesterday was my Goth Tarot at 8 a.m. or any time thereafter. And that, of course, is a popular show, too, so you may want to check that out. Explore the shadow side of your life. I see Vanita has a question there. Looking for a true spiritual leader.
Okay.
All right.
So you're looking for a spiritual leader to notice you. Let's see what we got.
That's an interesting question.
Unless I'm interpreting that wrong.
Will he or she notice me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Or let's see what maybe you need to get noticed.
how interesting. Hi, Sonny.
He's so silly.
Hello, Sonny.
Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. We have the Sun reversed. Good grief. And we have the Six of Cups reversed. Are they like all reversed?
That's not a bad one, right? Six of Cups reversed. Is a little
Not
better.
well, somewhat, but not totally.
True spiritual leader. Okay, I think we understand.
Okay.
Well, in Lenormand, my first one is the Tower, and it's followed by the Cross. This may not be the right question or the right answer for that question, though. We'll get to that in a moment.
Well, I think that this is a slow process. I think that things are going to move very, very slowly in this regard. And you know what? To find a true spiritual leader, really, you should take your time, you know, because
Well,
there's so much bad out there.
the Knight of Pentacles can be considered so slow to be obviously, maybe interfering with his own development or progress in some way.
Well, I just think that it's going to be a tough road. The Sun reversed indicates, too, that, well, that's not so bad, actually. I think what this is
Right.
saying is that, you know, this may take you longer than you would have liked. The Sun, it talks about delays a little bit, some little minor setbacks. So it's just like I said, the process should be slowed. And the Six of Cups reversed. What do you see with that? 'Cause
Well, you may be making comparisons to
Oh.
people from your past that maybe just won't serve you well in this regard. It may be that you have felt you were closer to spirituality in the past, a spiritual leader, or maybe the opposite. Maybe you felt you had been, deceived by bad spiritual
Right,
leaders
in
too.
your past.
And so some of that colors some of this, and it maybe does suggest that you should absolutely consider taking your time. Maybe this isn't so much about taking your time as really saying that maybe, there's an old saying, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. That
yeah.
applies more to maybe Eastern religions or spirituality, but it could be a possibility here. This is more concerning to me in a way because it's the Tower and the Cross. And the Cross sort of talks about
hardship. And sort of like long-term stuff here. I don't want to get to that yet because, of course, I didn't cover this card
Oh,
yet.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and so the thing is that he's right, essentially, but I would say it this way. I would say don't allow your experiences from the past to close your mind to, the possible spiritual teachings, that lay before you and finding the right person. Maybe there's a lack of trust, or there's something about, or maybe there's expectations from, things that you've been taught or trained in the past that you expect now. Don't allow the past to inform to that degree your approach to this, because it might not be helpful. It might be slowing things down. Again, I almost feel like this is slowed down. I think, too, what it might be saying, because the Tower sometimes can be about isolation. Maybe there's a sense right now that you're feeling, I don't know, isolated or an inability to connect more deeply spiritually because you haven't found that source yet. Don't allow that to give you long-term grief because, we can be our own spiritual teachers as well. And so what I'm just suggesting to you is that let this play out. Take your time in finding this and learn more on your own about the spiritual path you're pursuing. Study, pray, etc., meditate, whatever it is, on your own, and ready yourself for, finding the right person in time.
I feel that this does speak to that idea. You mentioned the 8 years. It is a long time. So if nothing else, that means that maybe you are patient, and I think that I can see that sense of that here. I think it's really a lot of what Banshee says, that this may not come about in an obvious way to you, that it may really be more that it just happens all of a sudden. And I don't want to, belabor that expression I mentioned a few minutes ago, the student is ready, the master appears, or whatever that is. But it could be something like that.
Well, it's really interesting. I hadn't seen the 8 years at all when I said this. And actually, these cards could just be talking about that. The fact that you are feeling very, sad and remorseful and feeling some stress or worry about, not being able to find your place and being isolated in a spiritual sense.
Okay, I like that, remaining hopeful.
But you should remain hopeful. I agree. I just think that there's a lot that you can continue to do on your own as you pursue this. And, I think when the time is right, it'll happen. But I've just got to tell you right now, not so fast.
We don't see a specific thing happening.
Yeah. So you might want to ask sometime in the future again and reapproach this question. And, maybe we can look and see if we get a better picture of timing than we do today. But I can tell you that today, it just seems like it's kind of delayed. Yeah. Good luck with that.
Good luck.
And I don't think it's necessarily a bad delay.
I don't either.
Yeah.
It seems to me like you're awfully patient and hopeful about this happening eventually.
Okay, that was Vanita. And...
Was it Victoria then? No.
No, it's Jennifer, I think.
You might be right. Yes. Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer.
Would you like a spin on the wheel?
I can't get the right color for that. Maybe this will be better. Nope, that's not even right. Oh. You're welcome.
Hey, Jennifer. I hope you're typing your question. And let us know if you want that spin. Oh, yeah, that white print doesn't work.
I'm already on to darker. It's okay. It's not meant to be a great.
That's okay. That looks good. Oh my gosh. I saw a report somewhere tonight. Well, just before we came on, I was watching the news and somebody had a thermometer and was pointing it down to the concrete. And I can't remember where they were. They might have been in Arizona or... Yeah, they might have been in Vegas, actually, Nevada, but I'm not sure. They pointed down at the concrete, the thermometer, and it read 162. So imagine if you were laying or walking on that concrete. It's going to melt shoes. Holy moly.
I just did the numerology. 162 adds up to 9. That's the end.
Okay, that would
no,
be the end for me.
People are well advised to not walk their dogs out there. That'll hurt their feet. Yeah. It's too rough.
All right. Hey, Jennifer, are you with us or are you gone? I think we may have to move on. We'll give you one more moment, Jennifer.
Don't forget to watch Your Weird Week, Mondays at 9 a.m. You know, lately the cards have been kind of pretty, showing us some interesting trends going on in the world and the nation, so don't forget to watch it, Mondays at 9 a.m. And our countdown for Jennifer is beginning. Where's Kara?
All right, we'll move on.
So we're not sure we can put Jennifer at the end of the list. We'll just have to see.
We've only got 4 more readings.
Mary
Let's
the
move
Aries.
on to Mary.
Are you here?
Hey, Mary the Aries.
Yeah, that's true about that.
Oh, yeah. But that's true, too. But yeah, black just attracts the heat, though. Ooh.
You missed
silly.
the countdown.
You missed the countdown, Kara. Where were you?
How can you ever be a sub replacement for... Well, you could be a subpar replacement. No, wait, I didn't mean that. Or did I? I'm a Scorpio, you never know, right?
You want me to throw something at him, Kara? Oh, my goodness. All right, let's see. We're calling again for Mary. Mary the Aries, are you here?
Oh, snap indeed. Mr. O is being very naughty today. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm not real sorry. Mary
He
the
can
Aries.
never be.
Mary the Aries, where are you?
We're going to have to do a last call
Throw
on
a
this one,
couch
too.
pillow.
Wow, this might go quicker than we thought. Throw a puck. I don't, but I have cat toys.
Uh-oh, now I have it.
Oh, throw it at Sunny. No.
And we're getting another countdown. Hey, it's after 8:30. We have to do what we have to do, right? Right? I know Violet agrees.
All right, I think we're on Libra now then.
Libra may have left a question.
She asked, what message was my dream telling me? Okay, then that's my reading.
Okay.
It's in my deck.
I don't
Yours.
remember.
I think I used the dog deck for the last.
That's right, you did.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use the Night Sun Tarot. She would throw her shoe. So would George Bush. No, wait, George Bush had a shoe thrown at him.
He had a shoe thrown at him.
Big difference.
Isn't it crazy what's going on at concerts? Speaking of throwing things,
Oh.
all these people throwing things at the performers, you know, just to get it on social media or whatever. What is wrong? What is wrong? We shouldn't be rewarding this behavior. I hope these people are banned for life from attending certain concerts and things. I mean, it's like an assault. It's just, I don't know.
This was me when I threw the shoe at Taylor Swift.
I'm getting on my soapbox again.
All right, and that was.
I know,
Libra.
Violet. It's
Go ahead and
crazy.
do the letter Mon, dearie.
All right, we'll do.
Okay, so it's the Seven of Swords.
And that's for what is
Libra.
the message of the
Oh, okay,
dream,
right.
right?
So the message coming to you.
That's
your
the Eight of
dream-
Swords?
No, it's the 7.
7.
Your
okay.
dream may be telling you that you have to be a little more clever than you're used to being, or that there is the element of something happening around you that is a little bit secretive. Somebody may be trying to do something without letting you know. It's also possible that maybe your dream is telling you that maybe you have to be the one doing something without letting other people know what that is. Maybe spirit or your dream is telling you it's time for you to maybe take some matters into your own hands. What did you want to say?
Yeah, this is tough. There is a message to this dream. I'm just not sure what part of your life it's relating to yet. I'm kind of getting a trick with the Lenormand here, and I don't want that to influence me yet. So I think here what I'm going to say is, like, your dream might be telling you in all ways, you need to be honest, you need to be authentic, you need to not try to, what's the word? you need to not, but at the same time, you need to be a little bit secretive. In other words, don't be too open to others. Be honest by all means, but if there's certain things that you can keep secret for a while, that might be the best way to play your hand. Why is this important?
It's the Eight of Cups. It's upright. Well, because maybe it's important in pursuing the path you really want to, moving away from something that no longer works as well, but trying to move forward towards something that will be significantly better, maybe drawing upon what you have had to bring it with you, of course.
Right. You may have plans and dreams and goals that are things that you want right now, and you just don't want to tip your hand too soon on that. You don't want to poison that. Well, and let me give you an example here. Okay, I think you mentioned recently you just got a job, for example. Maybe you are not planning on staying there forever. Well, don't tip your hand on that too soon, or you might not have a job anymore. Now, that's just an example. You can apply that to other areas of your life where there may be some plan, goal, dream, something you wish to pursue, even a relationship. But, don't play your cards too soon.
Another reason why this is important, what happened over here, is that although you are moving ahead with plans or things, there's a strong sense of balance indicated here. You're moving ahead in a sense of having harmony and control.
So where is this heading?
And it's the 5, the reversed 5 of Wands, Ugh. That's an Ugh. Did you want to take it first?
Yeah, where this is heading, whatever this is, it could be that maybe you're walking away from something, Maybe this has to do with some type of interpersonal conflict. I'm not sure. Or it could even be a conflict at work. Before I answer this one, I think it's time to put out the Lenormand.
It's the Whip.
I don't know why this card's coming out so much.
And the Tower.
Well, that's why I'm beginning to wonder if it's an interpersonal conflict. I don't want to say it's in the workplace, but there is that possibility here since that card is here. So your dream might be telling you, play it carefully, be honest, be upfront in all that you do. But again, don't say too much. In other words, play your cards close to the vest. Let's say, for example, you find, people are gossiping or something, whether this is in your personal life or at work. You find things out about somebody else. Don't play your cards too soon. Let things play out. I feel here that, your future goals or needs or desires may be at stake here in some way. And, oh gosh, what is that again?
5 of Wands.
Yes, and that's right, the conflict. And, there could be some conflict. You want to try to avoid conflict. I almost wonder here if that's what's going on, because sometimes this isn't about walking away so much as it is about avoiding conflict. And that's kind of what I'm feeling with this card now.
I think what the dream is telling you is that you have to maybe play your hand, close to the vest, as we're indicating, or as Banshee has indicated, and I do think that maybe it is more likely about your workplace, that maybe there is conflict, there's a personality conflict with somebody, and you're wondering if you can remain working there because maybe it's not likely they're going to go if you're the new person there. And so I think that the Lenormand are telling you to kind of hold tight. This is not the right time to
be aggressive.
To be aggressive or to play your hand quickly. You might just want to wait because maybe things really will balance out. But don't tip your hand yet.
I hope things, this other card here might be saying, play your cards close to your chest. This is a card of moving towards a higher state. in that way, I could say a higher state emotionally, too. In other words, make sure all of your actions and thoughts are on the up and up in whatever kind of conflict that may be coming or ensue. And don't act aggressively. You may feel kind of alone or on the outside of things a little bit here, but don't act aggressively. Just try to maintain that balance. I really like what he says here. Try to be the bigger person in the room.
You said it.
Well, yeah, because I'm rethinking this card now. It's not so much about your goals and stuff, really. It's about how to manage this potential conflict and strife. And some of it maybe you just can avoid by not acting aggressively and being the bigger person in the room.
2 people from Texas are in our chat room, and they're talking about how people they know like to throw shoes at people.
Oh my God.
I ain't never going back to Texas.
So I hope that helps, Libra. Good luck with that. That's
Good
interesting.
luck, Libra.
Could it be that we're on one of the Texans right now? Or
I believe that
on
would be
Victoria?
Victoria.
Spin me round like a wheel of fortune.
You spin me.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Did you pull that one? Okay.
I don't remember. But go ahead.
Okay. Come on, Victoria.
No. Oh, let's give it.
Oh, it's not even a matter of let's give it. Hold on. It is definitely slightly over that edge. You won. You freaking won.
You're so over the edge.
You are barely on the world here. I had to take a close look at that.
Congratulations, you get a
Wow. We'll be in touch. Call our agent. We'll be in touch. No, I'm just kidding. Just drop us an email, and we will at TFT Tarot for Today at gmail.com. You should have it, and I will send you the list of your readings. Wow.
Toby will call Sonny.
Toby will call Sonny. Things are looking up, eh? Who knows what'll happen next for you?
Yeah, I know that was back in the day, Violet. All right, so it's your deck, right?
Yep, general reading for the rest of the month, next 2
2
weeks.
weekers. You're welcome.
That one.
Always been over the edge. I think in another life I had that name, Over the Edge Al.
Fingers crossed indeed. Well, I know you anyway, but I hope that you're not putting all your eggs in one basket, though, that you're still throwing things out there to the, because you never know. Never stop. Until you have signed on the dotted line. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
You are overachieving in that regard. All right.
20 is a lot. General reading.
Well, we have the Nine of Wands reversed. Ooh, that looks painful. We have Strength reversed. Man! And we have the King of Cups reversed. And of course, the next card was upright. I was just looking.
Oh, okay. You scared me for a moment there. Well, I might as well show the Lenormand. We have the birds. It's for the birds, right? But we also have the lilies. So, although I think these cards kind of say right now you're just don't feeling really confident. You feel like maybe you're not able to hang on because, you know, it's a nail biter, etc. You know, you don't feel like you have the ability to influence things more than you already have, you know, but you want to. You really would like to be able to do that. Did you send a thank you letter for the interview? That's supposed to be a good thing to do. If you didn't,
Mr. Scorpio.
and then the King of Cups reversed is that maybe when you analyze it, maybe you wonder if they're not going to be nice to you, you know, like you feel. So you might be over.
Well, this is just about the weeks ahead.
I know, but
yeah.
this is what your life is like, Victoria. You're worrying too much here. Or maybe you're not.
Well, the Nine of Wands, to me, you know, it's sort of like you feel, what more do you need to do here? You know, haven't you dotted every T and I? What more do you need to prepare? Is there something else that's a missing link here? You know, and I think that really, when you get the Nine of Wands reversed, it's sort of like, I'm just ready to quit. You know, I don't want to see that happen. I'm just ready to quit. So, first off, well, I'm not going to get there yet. Strength reverse to me is indicating that, you know, you might feel like you have to push harder. It's almost as if you're ready to quit. Here on the one hand, it's ready to quit. And here on this hand, it's pushing harder. So I almost think here maybe I'm seeing somewhat of a progression in these two cards because, you know, I seem to recall not that long ago you might have been thinking to yourself, yeah, I'm done. You know, I just want to quit. I give up sometimes. What more do I need to do? But you have been pushing. It's really clear here. It might also be saying that you're asking for the end of the month. This push is continuing. And what is that card again?
King of Cups reverse.
And it's wearing you down. You know, I need you this month to really try to do better by yourself emotionally here, you know. Just try to maintain balance as best you can. Hey, I know chair yoga can do a lot, but, you know, maybe some grounding, maybe some more lavender baths, whatever the case may be, something that will just make you feel less stressed.
I'm going to tackle the Lenormand because I think this is really cool the way I'm looking at it. I think this is saying that the whole idea of the news you've been waiting for is an evolving process. It's still churning and it may take maybe even 1 to 2 weeks longer than you already have waited. But I feel that the Lilies talks about something that's growing, and maybe it's the idea that we're moving towards the news phase here where the development will come towards you, and it will be what you want to hear. I'm hoping.
Is that bookstore actually open? I want to work there.
Whoa! We know a haunted bookstore in downtown Detroit.
Right, we talked, I think I mentioned that to her, but it's got only 2 floors, right? It's really
3 or 4 floors.
Oh, really?
It's big.
No. I thought it was only 2 floors that were haunted.
Oh,
the
there's
third
only
and the
one.
fourth.
There's
Oh,
only one, I think. There's a
Okay.
spot on the 3rd floor.
okay.
Maybe. It's an urban legend.
Okay. So at any rate, I totally concur with what he just said here. But what I want to say about this is what this seems to say to me is that other communications that you have been putting out there, I think you're going to hear from them too.
Oh.
And so I feel here that that's the evolution here is there's more things that maybe to consider in this month than one that you are waiting for. But, you know, being a person who's worked in academia, not necessarily in government jobs, but I know how government jobs can go sometimes. And it's a process, and there are delays. And so I can almost see why that could be frustrating too as well if you're waiting for a specific thing, Victoria. But other than that, I think there's other things coming.
You know, a few years ago, before the COVID era, when things started to turn wonky with employment situations, the average across the board job recruitment thing, whether it was little jobs or government jobs or anything in between, was about 6 months.
Yeah.
And of course, everybody decried that because they said you lose so much when you have this much fungible time where nobody's in a position. But it just seemed to be the state of affairs. I wouldn't be surprised if it is more tricky these days. Hang in there, Victoria.
I can't even tell you here, and even to write it in a DM would be like too much. But I have a great synchronicity long-term story myself of a job that came through for me. It'll have to be like a verbal story sometimes. Maybe I'll make it a soul story. I don't think I've told this story yet. It's more about synchronicity than anything.
Banshee hates when I do this, but I looked at the bottom Lenormand and I had the ring.
The bottom Lenormand?
Yes, I did.
That's a rare thing.
I know.
Because they're read in pairs. Or
Does
you
that
can
mean I
do
pull the
3
top
card
one
readings.
again?
No, don't do that.
So,
Well, that talks about commitment, you know, that maybe somebody will make you an offer and you'll make a commitment. So I won't roll that out.
Mr. Moneybags, I want my share.
Well, you know what? Since he did that, I looked at the bottom tarot card and I got the 4 of Cups reversed, which again means selecting an opportunity and getting moving on something.
Yeah, it's kind of like Selector.
So that looks pretty interesting too, Victoria. Hoping something moves for you by the end of the month, whatever it is. Good luck with that.
But what will Banshee be if I'm your maid of honor?
So not only did you win a free reading, which we have yet to do for you, you got extra cards here. All right, anything for the Texas folks. And did we make it to, is our last reading V before Violet?
We're waiting for V.
All right. Go it. You are welcome. Oh, good. Thank you for that.
You're so crazy. We love you. Jano is after V, if Jano is still here.
Oh, shoot. And Jano, thank you. I forgot about Jano.
We are back Sunday.
Keep me on track.
We are back Sunday. I know. The heat's getting to us over here.
V, are you with us? Let us know. And let us know if you want a spin on the wheel.
Go ahead, Jano. I don't think V's here, and we got you right now. Do you want to spin on the wheel for a chance at a free reading? We'll
awesome, Victoria. All right, free reading.
Yeah, it's about 2 weeks from now, right? July 31st? Not quite 2 weeks.
Go ahead and type your question, general reading, and take a spin. All right, your spin this time.
Okay, cross your fingers, Jano.
You did it, and you know what? I was going to remind you that
we only do one reading a night. We must be giddy with the heat because we're only supposed to award one a night. But we're going to do it.
We just gave out another one, and this one is squarely on the world. I don't know how Mr. O did it, but congratulations, Jano. You have won.
Oh, the 10 a.m. one. So Jano won, and now we have to do another reading.
And we've got a third one we have to do tomorrow.
Oh,
remember
that's right,
that?
Yeah. So
other thing.
These readings may be up to 48 hours.
Hey, we'll have to take our time on these. We took our time on our first one, so bear with us, but you're getting free readings, both of you.
So, Jano, like Victoria, can you write us at our Gmail, and then that way we'll have an email, and we'll discuss the reading with you that you won. It's TFT Tarot for Today, one word, at gmail.com, and Banshee just posted it. No, we usually will do them within 48 hours. We're pretty good about that.
He's got to work Saturday, so I'm thinking it's going to be a little bit fungible, but we'll see what we can do. Because we have a couple of shows we have to film as well. So.
You're absolutely right, Jano. It was meant to be.
It was meant to be.
All right, so a general.
Let's do that right now for you.
I'm going to use my Did you? You felt lucky, eh? Feeling lucky? Okay, I'm going to use the Tarot of the Northern Shadows for your general reading. There's V.
Hey, V. We will read for you next. So type your questions so we can get it done. Okay? We had to move past you, but we'll read for you.
I know, it's hilarious sometimes what happens here. It just is hilarious.
All right.
All right. Jano, your first card is the Moon. It's upright.
Wow.
That is followed by Strength reversed. And then we have the Three of Cups reversed.
Oh.
I know.
Oh, wait, no, that's not the first card. This one is.
We have the Looking Glass and the Book, which means similar but not exactly the same things.
Well, there's a lot about finding things out
there was
here.
parts like that.
You know, because that's what these two things are about. Taking, diving deep and taking a closer look at some situation or thing that's coming your way. I'm not sure what this is exactly. Like, for example, let's say you applied for a job, this is just an example, and you're looking at it, maybe they've made you an offer and you really need to examine things. So whatever it is in your life, I'm almost thinking it's interpersonal though when I see that card.
Right.
But let's just say whatever it is, you're going to have to take a closer look at something. Now, the reason I went to the Lenormand first is because I think it also ties in with the Moon here. And the Moon is about hidden knowledge, that needs to be revealed. Like winning the spin today, maybe you have a gut feeling about something, but you really don't know. I would
just know you need to know.
Yeah, I think you need to take a closer look at things beyond even your intuition, but maybe that's what your gut's trying to tell you, is you need to take a closer look to figure out what's going on here. And what is this card again?
Strength reversed.
Yes. And aggressively do this. I mean, because it appears this may have to do with people, This, whether it's in a workplace, whether it's family or friendships, this is the 3, right? The 3 of Cups.
3 of Cups. Reversed,
it's reversed.
Yeah.
It just feels as though, there's some conflict or problem that's going to develop between friends, associates, or family that could turn into a big brouhaha. And it may mean that you really need to take a step back and examine everything, before you react.
I don't know if this is you, but the strength reverse thing could be saying somebody is trying to apply maybe assertive aggressive measures to this conflict or situation emotionality. Mm-hmm. I don't necessarily think it's you, but maybe you need to figure out what their motives are, what their angle is, like why they're doing that.
It could be.
Maybe it could be something to resolve.
It could be, Jano. I won't rule that out. Or, as another possibility here, maybe some other friends are squabbling and, this could be causing a broken connection among them that you're kind of stuck in the middle of, too. So, it could be something like that.
Well, if I look symbolically that the Moon has a healing sense, that if this is a situation of friends or connections and that there is the possibility you can heal a rift if you choose to, there's something more you need to know about doing that or how to do that.
So I don't know what more to add to this, really, other than you need to keep your eyes wide open when something starts manifesting either between friends, family, and associates, and definitely try to get to the bottom of things before you react. I do feel that the strength is here to just say aggressively try to get to the bottom of it, as opposed to adding to the disagreement or dissension.
I like that, Banshee.
Yeah, that's what we have for you. Good luck with that. Wow. And congratulations again.
Congratulations,
AV, you are up.
Jano. How cool is that? So V asked us, wanted to get a love reading about the situation with Leo.
Barber's
Leo.
bookstore. Hey, you know my real name is Barb. Barbara. So I think that should be mine.
Will Mr. Moneybags help us out?
See if you can buy me a bookstore.
Tell him your dream told you he had to do it. No.
I'll take one here in Michigan, you
Come on
know. I'm
down.
not.
Maybe in the winter. I don't know if I want to go down to Texas right now.
I'm on it.
Okay, so your deck for V's question, and I get the letter mark. And V wants a love reading and mentioned something about their disconnect with Leo.
Oh, okay.
You're welcome, Jano. Anytime. We'll see you. Sounds like it, eh? A lot going on.
I think we gotta spin the wheel for V because we spun for everybody, so
Yeah.
it's your fault. Usually we stop when we have a winner, but we have two winners, so let's see what happens. We'll give it a spin.
You guys are making us busy.
That is on the star or the tower.
So not
So
the star.
no, you didn't win the free reading. Whew! But you can try again later this month. We're still doing this.
Okay, so V's giving us some background.
I missed something with the... Oh, I hope I can go back. Yes.
You're all winners. Winners.
Oh, okay. He reached out 2 days ago, but I didn't want to talk to him. I hope. And he blocked him. Uh-oh.
Because you believe a third party has now been
So what is the
involved.
question exactly?
The original question was, let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, I couldn't find it.
I've been in disconnect from my Leo. I wanted to get a love reading. So it's a general love reading, but those other things were mentioned there.
Well, let's see
Just
what's
as
going on
background.
in the love department. Let's see what comes up.
All right.
All right.
We got it, V.
I had this goofy name for a bookstore once, a metaphysical bookstore. I wanted to call it Let's Get Meta Physical. I know, it's kind of corny. Okay, the Nine of Swords is upright. Nine of Sky. The Earth Queen is reversed. That's the Queen of Pentacles. We got another one. The Earth Kitten is reversed as well. And there it is. That's the Page of Pentacles.
In Lenormand, we have, is that the garden?
Yeah.
Yeah, the garden, number 20.
Oh.
And the star has shown up again. So the star influences the garden. So this is a little, iffy here.
It's a little up and down. It may be reflecting some of the energy of what you've just gone through, blocking and not talking to that person. The Nine of Swords here indicates some stress, some anxieties, that are you worried that maybe you didn't do the right thing? Are you worried, about what's going to happen next in your romantic life? Try not to sweat so much over this, This is a time where you really need to take more care of you. I really feel that here with these two Pentacle cards reversed, especially that Queen of Pentacles. This is a time where, instead of caring so much about others or even others in your life right now, it's time to put that care into you and make yourself feel better in some way. And part of the way you can accomplish that is not just by hiving off and, I need to be alone kind of thing. Not necessarily. This is really saying, be more optimistic and get out and enjoy some activities. Get outdoors, in particular. Maybe attend outdoor events of some sort. Bigger gatherings, to be at concerts, whatever the case may be, to just enjoy some good times. And, you'll feel better. This is about making yourself, I feel right now, even in your love life, you take that love and apply it to yourself.
Well, to be honest, V, a lot of this doesn't necessarily talk about your relationship or necessarily about love happening for you
right now.
I mean, I think it's very like looking at now, the next week or 2 month or so. It's sort of like indefinite, but it's nowish. The Nine of Swords could be saying that if it's not you, maybe the other person does think about what is challenging the relationship. I think in context, you or both of you in your own different ways are maybe thinking about that sense of what's challenging for you right now, whether there is some things that make you incompatible. You mentioned you're Taurus, they're Leo. That's just the basic idea that maybe you don't have enough similar traits, but you've been in a relationship. You're just disconnected right now.
Well,
this is what Banshee says. I think this is a sign that rather than thinking about the relationship stuff, think about you, where you are, and taking care of yourself. It just could be the kind of thing that some of this has to resolve on its own. Now, when I see the Page of Earth reversed, sometimes I feel like this is talking about being a little bit absent from activity, maybe sort of pulling back a little bit, but not always. But it could be saying that maybe you need time or they need time.
Okay.
Did you want me to go on to the Lenormand?
No, but I thought this was just a general love reading, not about what they've been through.
No, I
but
love reading.
What?
I told you it was a love reading.
Right, general. Well, you brought up the past relationship, like there's still something there. I feel this is definitely affecting you, this past relationship.
Well,
I would
think
say
I just
that.
said more about, just the sense of strife now. I
Got
don't know
it.
that it was about a relationship. But I think you're right, it was.
And the time now is to focus on yourself. But, I want to say to you, I know you're worried about, like what you last said here, what's going to happen in our relationship next. Okay, in that so you did say that. Well, I feel like I feel like maybe nothing is going to happen in that relationship next necessarily. I almost feel like when I'm looking here, I'm seeing more hope for you out there somewhere, out in the social scene, finding more hope and more optimism and maybe, connecting with someone else. That's really, the sense I'm getting from the way these cards have come up. A sense of taking care of yourself now. A sense of letting go the stress and anxiety that was caused by what you just, went through with that person. And that really there's more optimism and hope in socializing and getting out more.
I agree with those things, but I don't think that you're necessarily writing off this relationship. You may be just sort of, moving towards a social circle, and maybe you'll meet other people there and things will go. You have to remember that, stars are distant. And, although they portray hope here, the idea is that this is something that doesn't necessarily happen quickly, that you moving into a social scene would mean, other relationships will just start coming towards you. They could, but I think this is really giving you a chance to take care of yourself and to maybe explore, other factors in your life, as they relate to your happiness.
This person, I don't see any signs in this reading that they may come back, but I will say this. The only thing I truly see here is that there is hope that there could be, some marriage or something in your future. Whether this person comes back or it's someone else, I think that, it's pretty clear to me that you are destined for that, but, or some consummate relationship. Well, these days, people don't always marry, but they can become life partners. So I'm just saying, try to stress less about this and try to get out more. And you know what? Whether this person comes back or not in time, you're going to be in a much better place. You'll be in a much better place to decide what you want to do about that. So that's what I see right now. That's the message right now, V. I hope
Well, you're
that's
welcome.
enough.
I hope that gave you something to think about.
And we're on Violet Lotus.
That's right. All right. So, Violet, what's up? Ooh.
Okay, let's do my reading on that. Or traveling. Oh, well, maybe that'll come up. I wonder. Hey, I dreamt of Godzilla last night.
Uh,
That was really about as crazy as I've gotten lately. And I haven't
Violet
been
doesn't
remembering
need a
dreams.
spin to get a free reading from us.
No, because she can get one being the mod. It's your deck.
Sure, unless you have a choice of deck.
Well,
But
I just
can
have
use-
cats and dogs here. I'm going to switch them up again next week, though, for a little bit. I'm going to go back and forth between these and some of my other decks. Maybe the Witch's Garden will come back next week.
Sometimes dreams are literal, sometimes they're symbolic. I'm going to use the Night Sun Tarot.
Good for you. It's a great deck.
Yeah, I like this deck. I
Oh,
used to use
I'm
it.
talking about the Witch's Garden. Victoria was talking about I shuffle every night.
Okay. Okay.
But your Night Sun deck is a very interesting deck, Mr. O.
Didn't you get one too?
No, I did not.
Oops.
I wonder about this.
So, what are these dreams trying to tell you, or are you remote viewing something?
Do we want to do my reading or throw 3 cards?
Well,
I could go either way.
We'll
Let's
do your
try
reading.
it both ways.
okay. Well, here is the Page of Wands. And of course, that's about a message, about news.
There is a message coming through in these dreams, then, I think.
Yes, so
There is a message for you there. Maybe there's more than one. I'm not going to rule that out.
Why is it important? It's the Two of Cups reversed. Because maybe this is saying that those situations that you're talking about, they're really symbolic of dispairings or situations where trust or harmony are challenged right now. So if you can think of how that could relate to the ideas in the dream.
Well, too, I'm wondering here if it's sort of a metaphor for, okay, you're getting these messages. Why are they important? Well, they're important because there's some disconnect going on here. Maybe because they seem to be disparate. Some of them are disturbing. You can't find a connection between them, is maybe part of the message that there's a disconnect going on somewhere that you have to, deal with.
That the message is really, what is it that, it's like that puzzle, what doesn't belong, you have to
Maybe.
figure out what it is that it doesn't belong there or that doesn't fit there.
Where is it headed?
The Ten of Swords reversed, which of course means
We all know.
kind of resolving some bad situations or putting them out of your life.
Okay. Before we get to that,
I'm hearing that song, the Wishing Well song. The ring and the wishing well. What have we got?
yeah, this is really interesting.
And those numbers add up to 66. Angel number 66.
Okay. Well, the Ten of Swords reversed indicates some healing. You know, that where is this heading? It's heading towards healing some wounds. Maybe some deep wounds, you know, and moving forward. If you can put the pieces together, you know, if you can make the connection. And I think what this is saying here is that you have to commit to really diving deep here, you know, into whatever has to be done. This is involving a total commitment on your part. At first, though, when I saw this combination, I was thinking to myself, well, maybe Violet's onto something here in that you have to commit. Maybe this is saying that right now you are circling or traveling around in different realms, you know, some deep realms, you know, but I'm not so sure anymore. I'm just thinking here, this is a commitment to dive deep into your psyche and figure out what it is, what deep wounds need this healing so you can move forward in the light. Maybe these dreams are disjointed and disheveled right now because you're having this hard time truly coming to terms with what it is you need to connect all these dots.
When we travel in the astral realms or the other realms, the idea about things having very much metaphoric, symbolic values that may be the mystery. What?
What is that one again?
The page of.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
The neighbor page.
Oh no. When you travel in these realms.
These things you see, they may be metaphoric or symbolic of something else that you're trying to figure out. Like, it's a symbol, what can heal you? If you can figure out what that symbol is, that's the thing that's going to heal you or repair things. And so you have to really stay on this course of trying to dive into what those meanings are. I mean, I think it's both. I think you are traveling in other realms, but I think these dreams are the same message too, or that they're that similar.
Are you feeling some separation from some guides or energies that you work with? That would be the only other thing I could think of here. But also, when you look at this, you know, it could be two people. It could be some rift that you have to heal from your past involving somebody else. But it could also be two different parts of yourself that need to come together.
Ooh, I like that.
Just a thought there.
And of course, when you talk about the Two of Cups being about losing trust and harmony, this could be saying that it's important because deep down inside of yourself, maybe not in the conscious, but you have doubts about trusting yourself, and you need to heal that shit.
So the message, let's try to recap the message. These are definitely a message. And maybe they're so disjointed in everything because why is this important is because there are two disparate parts of yourself, your psyche even, that need to come more together to become whole. And that will heal some, you know, some rift here. There will be healing. And you're going to have to make a commitment to really, you know, I think what this is saying too is this may be ongoing for a little while. You're going to have to do a deep dive on this. And also, you're probably doing it already and recording your dreams. You know, keep looking back and analyzing them and keeping a record of this. And, you know, look for the patterns. Look for anything there that you feel can connect this to what is going on inside of you.
Water is almost always a sign of healing when it appears in dreams or just symbolically. And of course, this is the water, the healing that needs to happen. And this is you committing to getting there.
So that's what we have for you, Violet Lotus. Good luck with that.
Wow. You have the best questions.
Deep stuff.
You have the best questions.
Everybody's got good questions.
Everybody
We're happy
does,
to
yes.
answer everybody's questions here. Hey, we are done. We're done.
Yay!
So we got to give Victoria a wake-up call on Saturday for happy hour.
Okay.
So she can be there for the real happy hour. But she has made this couple hours very happy as well. And we're glad
Oh,
we made
yeah.
you
Good point,
and
Victoria.
Jano happy with free
Free
readings.
reading, yeah. So, it's
So
all
we'll be in
good.
touch on those. Just be patient with us. Sometimes we bite off just a little bit more than we can chew. So thanks again, everybody, for a great evening, and we hope to see you next
Thank
time.
you, Kara. Have a great night, too. Yep.
You all have a great night.
So you'll
Kara,
see us on
we'll see you
Saturday.
soon.
Don't forget to watch my emotional exchanges tomorrow at 7. Do you need a wake-up call? That would be like 4 in the morning for you, so maybe
It's just
not.
a video.
Maybe not.
Yeah. Can watch it anytime, but do watch his shows. All
Alrighty.
right. Take care, everybody. Have
Bye
a great
now.
night. We'll see you soon.